Salt Lake County. I am here to show you the third installment of the 15-minute circuit training series. Today's focus is going to be upper body. So we're going to be doing motions that involve our upper body for the most part. You can't see it, but I actually have a chair right here, just in case I do need to hang on to something. And you'll notice today I'm next to a wall because we're going to be doing wall push-ups. You know, if you can get down onto the floor and get back up, great. If you can do your push-ups on a countertop, you know, that's a little bit more of an angle, great. But for those of you who the wall is the safest option, that's great too, okay? So remember, today's 15 minutes. We got a 3-minute warm-up, 2-minute cool-down, and then 10 minutes of interval training in between. So the 15 minutes starts in a few seconds. You ready? I'm turning on my music today, and we're gonna start with the march. You can always mute this and play whatever music you want, right? 30 seconds, I mean, we have 3 minutes of this. Let's do heels with bicep curls. Move at your own pace. You don't have to go to the music. Remember, the warm-up is just getting our bodies moving. Good, now we're gonna go to side with a step. Warming up those hips. Remember, the warm-up is meant to move all the joints, warm them up, get the blood pumping. How about a hamstring curl? Bring your heels up. You can bend and straighten with the elbows. Belly in tight, eyes on the horizon. Good, and now we need to do a step and tap. Step and tap, bring the shoulder up. And you can turn that into a shoulder roll if you like. Good, and now we're going to reach your arm forward right here. Get some stretch going in the abdominals. Good. We're going to go to knees. Right here. No arms to begin with. Once you start to get the hang of that, we can start moving those arms. We're about 1.5 minutes into that warm-up, so if you want to get bigger arms, you need to go overhead. That's great, but you don't have to. You can always stay right here. This should get that heart rate going a little bit. You can do a few more of these. Good, now we're going to tap our toes back, right here. Reaching those arms forward. Go at your own pace. Good, and now we're going to go up onto our toes. Go at your own pace here. Belly in, find that posture. 2 more. 2. Good. And let's just turn our head to the right and forward and left and forward and right and forward and left. One more time each way. Right and forward and left and forward, and let's march it here. Good. All right, now we're going to get into our intervals. They're 30 seconds apiece. And I have 10 30-second rounds. And we're going to do that twice. All right, you ready? Here we go. We're starting with punches. We're just going to punch those arms, belly in nice and tight. Weights in the entire body. Move at your own pace. If you brought a punch down, that is great too. You don't have to punch out. You don't need to punch up though, right? Keep about shoulder level. And look, I want full range of motion. Don't get sick going so fast that you're not doing that full range of motion. You don't need any weights here. If you want to grab weights, you can. We have some strength exercises, and this is the first one. We're going to do rows, back and forth. Here's the side view. Squeeze those shoulder blades. Squeeze. Feel those shoulder blades come together. This is one, if you want to grab weights, you can. That's up to you. They're not necessary. They're a great addition. But if that keeps you from doing it, then don't worry about it. Good. All right, now we're going to do jumping jacks right here. Now, if you'd rather, you can go up overhead with those arms. That's up to you and your shoulders. There's nothing magical about overhead, except that it does get your heart rate up a little more. But you can always put the arms forward or out to the side, just to shoulder height. Your choice. Keeping one foot on the ground just for safety. If you can do a full jumping jack, well, that's your choice. Right? It's going to get your heart rate up, nothing wrong with that. All right, now we're going to our wall push-ups. Hands against the walls, push and straighten. Push and straighten, keeping that flat belly the entire time. Keep moving, got to keep an eye on my stopwatch over there. 30-second intervals, keeping it nice and simple. Work to your own pace. Woo! Remember to breathe. Good. Coming out of that. And next we have tricep extension. So again, if you want to grab your weights, you can. We're going to bend and straighten at the elbows. Bend and straighten. Bend and straighten. Sometimes it's nice to do these workouts first round through without weights. And the next time you do it, grab weights. And the next time you do it, grab a little bit more weight. Okay? Tricep extensions, working the back of the upper arm. Belly in nice and tight. If you're going to bend over, keep that back flat. All right, next thing is called scapular retraction. We're not using weights with this. Taking the arms to about shoulder height and squeezing the shoulder blades back. So here's a side view. I'm just squeezing my shoulder blades together. It's like that row, but I'm really just focusing on the scapular aspect and not the elbow. Not the bending at the elbow, just a movement at the scapula. It's better with the elbows down, great. Take it down. Small motion here, very small. Good, arms are down, and we're gonna do an upright row. You can use weights with this, but notice my elbows. They don't go above my shoulders, so I'm not coming way up here. Just to shoulder height. Belly in nice and tight. Don't lean back. We want to keep our good posture here. And again, you can use weights for this one if you like. Upright rows. Keep moving. This next one is going to be bicep curls, and once again, you can keep your weights if you like. Bend and straighten. Bend and straighten. Front of the arm. Squeeze the shoulder blades. For those of you who don't have weights, doesn't matter. Squeeze your muscle. Right? Don't just kind of lift and lower. Make up for not having those weights by really squeezing the muscle that we're working. And that's our bicep, front of the arm. Front of the upper arm, I should say. Keep moving. Good. All right, let's jog it out. Get those arms moving when you jog. If you don't want to have those feet come off the ground, keep the toes down. That's okay. That's up to you. Just because my feet are leaving the ground doesn't mean I'm high impact. I'm going to keep my belly in nice and tight. Control that spine movement with my abdominals. Good, we're almost done with this first round. Jog it out. All right, last one. If you want to grab weights, we're going to lift the arms straight up and down. This is shoulder raise. Here's a side view. Just lifting the shoulder height, no higher. Lift and lower. We're not taking them up and then just letting them fall down. We're controlling both phases of this exercise. The shortening of the muscle and the lengthening. Belly in nice and tight, don't lean back. If you have to lean back, that means you got too much weight. Woo, keep moving. All right, round two, let's punch it. So we're doing all those again. So this time, you know what we're doing. You can move a little quicker maybe, or a bigger range of motion. Keep going, keep going. Belly in, breathe. Punch those arms, come on, quick, quick. You can get your heart rate up just by working your arms. You don't have to move those legs. Come on, remember, all this can be done seated if you want. You ready? Row, so grab your weights, squeeze back. Here's a side view. Squeeze in those shoulder blades. Feel that heart rate coming out. You should be getting a little bit of cardiovascular response, maybe a lot. Depends on if you're using a lot of weight. Depends on how much you're moving your body. Squeeze those shoulder blades. Come on. Keep going. Good. You ready? Jumping jacks. So remember, one leg, both legs. That's up to you, although remember safety first. Arms can be here. They don't need to be overhead to be effective. You can even be down here if you need to be. This is meant to be cardio. So we are trying to get our heart rate going, but there's lots of ways to do that. Main thing is to be safe, right? Don't want to hurt ourselves while we're working out. That's the worst. All right, wall push-ups. Come into that wall. Towards the wall and out. Keep your back nice and flat, belly in nice and tight. Keep moving. Going from those jumping jacks to these wall push-ups is a challenge. Listen to your body. Work in the chest here, the chest and triceps. I'm just looking at my stopwatch. Don't want to go too long, right? Good, relax, grab your weights, and let's do tricep extensions. Right here. Tricep extensions. Belly in nice and tight. Don't get rounded, you don't want to be rounded with our back. So if all else fails, just stand up nice and tall. Don't worry about bending over. We bend over to make gravity part of the exercise. That's the only reason. Good. All right, we're going to put those weights down if you have them, and now just scapular traction. And just squeezing those shoulder blades together. This is a great exercise, especially for those of you who have rounded shoulders. Pull that chin in, squeeze those shoulder blades. You don't have to squeeze super hard with this one, but enough so that you feel those shoulder blades coming towards one another. Keep going. Come on, you guys, we're almost done. I love it. All right, grabbing your weights if you like. Upright row. Upright rows are for your shoulders, for your deltoids. You may have learned them with your elbows above your shoulders, and some shoulders don't mind that. But for safety reasons, I'm going to keep my elbows level with my shoulders. You know my shoulders. They're temperamental, so I try not to anger them. And this is one way, is to just keep those elbows a little on the low side. Good, upright rows. Keep moving. All right, you ready? Keep those weights. Bicep curls. Bicep curls. Squeeze. Now this is one where you really can squeeze that arm, squeeze that muscle. Go at your own pace. We want full range of motion. You don't want to sacrifice range of motion for speed. Squeeze and straight. Squeeze and straight. Good job, you guys. We're looking at our last minute movement. You ready? We're going to jog it. Belly in nice and tight. So we want to have our good posture even as we're jogging. Belly in nice and tight. If it helps you, you can run around in a circle. That's fine. That's up to you. You can march if that's better for you. Right? It's just about moving the whole body. Last time to get that heart rate up. Almost there. Last one, grab your weights if you like, and we're going to go forward raise just to shoulder height. Remember, if you have to lean back, then you're probably lifting too much weight or you're not paying attention. Really pull that belly in as you lift those arms. You don't need to use a lot of weight with this one for it to be effective. Keep moving, guys. Good, almost there. Let's do one more. Excellent. There's our 10 minutes of circuits, 10 minutes of movement. We're just going to twist, let those arms go side to side. Keep going with that. I'm going to stop this music. Swinging those arms. Good. Let's go to shoulder rolls. Breathing and rolling those shoulders. Remember, I use a cool down here. I don't do stretching. I'm going to do some stretching videos. I'm going to do some longer cardio videos. That's coming. But for now, just doing that cool down. Good. Let's reach and sweep those arms. Reach and sweep. For me, when I do this, I feel a stretch in my core, and I really like that. Sweep, reach, and sweep. Remember to breathe. Good. We're going to go to a little bit of a walk. We really are just walking here, getting that heart rate down. So this 15 minutes, you can do it any time during the day. You can do it to start your day. You know, I like to do these videos at kind of that lull of the day, that 2 to 3 p.m. when I either want to eat or I want to sleep. So instead, we're going to go to bicep curls. I come in and I do a little bit of a workout. And usually, as long as I'm drinking my water, that takes care of that fake hunger that we often get in the middle of the day. And also those sleepies that we can get in the middle of the day. Last little bit, we're gonna punch and squeeze those glutes because we still want those glutes to be awake even as we head into our cool down. Good. All right, let's take a deep breath up. Bring those arms down. Remember, you don't have to go overhead if you don't want to. Deep breath in and down. Good job. There's our 15 minutes as promised. One more installment next week. Hope to see all of you. Thanks. Have a great day.